All right, and I think we're live, and today is gonna be quick. It's gonna be uh, Mardini day 14. So happy Pi Day for the nerds out there. 3.14 is pi. So let's move forward with what I have for you. And right here this is gonna be the breakdown that I'm gonna show. So let me see. Oh, something happened here. Let me render this. So today what I wanted to show was the breakdown of how I created this. It's actually quite simple. And I just wanted to also show kind of like non-simulation ways of doing like a cloth type simulation. And so today was Mardini 14, which was cloth. Let me make sure that's correct. Or clothing, basically, it was. But I did cloth. So it's a little bit different, but that's kind of what I have here for today. Um, Honestly, I thought it was cloth, just cloth by itself, but it's clothing. So I got this one just slightly off. But yeah, what I wanted to show is just a breakdown of this. And what I have here is just a simple grid. And then I'm using mops to be able to drive masks. And then here I have a different mask as well. So I have two different masks. And then inside the mountain, so originally, if we don't use a blend, the entire piece moves. And then if we go into the blend and then use an attribute, we can put the attribute we want. So we put mops fall off. And now only that section that is in white is what actually moves. And that's kind of cool to be able to pin down like sort of like an effect. And we're using the lab's sine wave here to create this type of effect. Okay. And then we have another sine wave, which we're using the mops fall off 2, which is going to be in this section here, which has more ripples. So if I were to bump up the frequency, I could add ripples just to that specific area. And then here we have a soft transform. If we turn off these, you'll be able to see it. So I pinned these points here and then pretty much just move them on the Z axis. So it moves like slightly down. And then we're transforming it this way. And we're adding like a bend. We're adding a different bend here as well. So when we take a look at those with our masks, our non-simulated cloth starts looking like real cloth. You know, it's not perfect, but as for like a background element, I think it works really well. And then here I have the same type of thing. I have like a geometry here, which I'm creating groups to just select a few of these primitives here. And then we're grabbing that group and subdividing those. Let's actually delete this and use the group expression there. And then we're using just a polygon, poly extrude to just kind of give it a little dimension. And then here where the magic happens is with a point deformer. So the first one's going to be the geometry you deform. The second one is I think it's the rest, so non-animated. And then the last one is the animated, so the one that you want the driver to be. So then when we take a look at this, we can see our animation, you know, following that geometry that we set up. And then here I have just attribute randomized on color, added normals, and then I kind of turned it again. There you go. And then I just duplicated that cloth, made sure that we have both cloths here, and then just kind of rotated it around, added some lighting. Then we added the shading for the two pieces here, and then with a Karma fog box, it can pick up that light volume and then create that gradient kind of effect here. And yeah, and that's pretty much it for the effect. I wanted to keep it simple today, and we'll just wait real quick on the render. Let's check out the Mardini and see what they did here while we wait. So let's go back here. Clothing. Yeah, so everybody did clothing. Goodness, I think I might have to do another one, but we'll see. That's funny. I guess we can probably do some sort of fabric. We could change the geometry instead. This one's really good. I think that one might win as one of the stills. clothing. Yeah, so we're gonna have to, let's do a update here. So this finished rendering, and if you go to Copernicus or CopNet 2 or the new one, you could just do a slap comp. And then you can use pretty much the render we just rendered from the viewport to see it here. So it's just a simple comp here, a little bit of contrast, a little glow, and chromatic aberration. And that's pretty much what I had for today. But I'm wondering if I have enough time just to do something that fits better with our cloth theme. Even though I like how this is looking, I honestly don't have any ideas right now. Yeah, you see, I put cloth as the title, and I could have sworn it was supposed to be that one. So what can we do here that can represent some form of cloth? Trying to think what else we can do with a shape like this. So clothing. Let me think of ideas here. What if we just make like a simple t-shirt? That could probably work. Let's try it out. So if we were to do a shirt, I'm thinking we can do like a curve. Grab it from the top view. We do grid snapping. Maybe something like that. Let's change the view here. I can't remember how I did some Vellum stuff in the past before, but I'm not as familiar with it anymore. Trying to think if we just do like a merge, right? And then we transform this up. My guess is we do a resample so we can get some points in there. Vellum. Let me see how they do this. Let's see.
Hi, my name is Sarah Rusk.
So we'll try with the vellum drape. Let's make sure that we're step back. So we're looking for the weld seams area. Okay, so this is where we would add it, and my guess is we'd have to add groups beforehand, or I'm not sure if we have to do it manually. So instead of the transform here, we can do the mirror. Let me do a test here. Okay, something's happening here. So let's try just select the entire thing. Click enter, and then the target group. Yeah, but this is doing it in not in the order we want. Let me see if we have to. Oh, I need to also make sure that we have resolution here in the middle. So I'm looking at a quick video off screen, and they're using planar patch from curves. Let's try that. Instead of the resample. I don't think this is gonna work. I think it's done after the fact. let's do a fuse. What if I just do a remesh? I mean, to me, that looks better. So would I have to do each one separate? So if I click on this one per se, and then this one, like that's really what I want for them. So if I do this entire side, and then this entire side, it's still doing it incorrectly. Maybe I have to reverse or let's take a look. I kind of don't want to do this whole thing manually. Let's remove the merge. And instead, we're going to do what I was doing earlier, which was with a transform. And then I just pretty much raise it up. And if we were to, yeah, no, this is correct. It's just, it's not doing it the right way. All right, let's see what else we can do. What if we just do a regular planar patch? Oh, that's just a plane by itself. Would it be because we have hello, hello. How's it going? Happy Pi Day for the nerds out there. So today I am working on the cloth or clothing. Honestly, I had another setup that I did, and I realized it wasn't cloth, it was clothing. So that's very different. So this is what I ended up doing, which is kind of like a cloth technology thing. Then I realized it was clothing for Mardini Day 14. So I'm trying to see if I have a little bit of time to be able to create the same effect, but with like a more clothing type. So I was starting to do a t-shirt, and I'm trying to use Vellum for it. I'm still kind of rusty with it, so I'm kind of looking to see how I can properly stitch these pieces together. Because right now, when I select these, this group is the top group, and then this one is the bottom group, and it's stitching them kind of not in the order that I'm thinking. And if I were to reverse this, it's still kind of not matching. And I don't know if I want to do every single point manually, because it has to be like the correct order. I'm wondering if I have to do like a sort or something. I would have thought it would be based off proximity of how close it is that it can stitch, but I'm not really sure yet. Let me see if we name this group rename, or let's do, and we'll do a group. We'll put front and then group rename. We'll name it to back. And then can we use those groups here? Points, I guess. So the group has to be seams. Would I have to... Let's see. Okay, so I had to change it from primitives to points. Let's test it out. Okay, there's something's happening here. Except it's not all of these. I don't want all of them. And then the front here. Or let's do front and then back. And I guess we'll just select from this group. We'll select the ones we need. I'm wondering, I should probably remesh this even further. Something like this, and then we can go into the group. All right, let's hope this works. Let's go to the front view or the top view. And holding shift. Okay, I'm using the lasso selection instead for these side areas. Okay, and then we just press, oh, and the bottom actually we want open, so we'll hold control. Okay, so we got that group going. All right, let's hope it worked. Okay, and that looks like it's working. Okay, let's test this out. Okay, we got something happening here. These in the top didn't stitch. Is it because we didn't have the group selected? Let's see, do we have substeps somewhere in the solver? Let's add like 4 substeps. Okay, perfect. And instead, we'll also go ahead and transform this. So instead of it being in this position, we can just rotate it like that. And if we have forces, let's just put 0. Cool. So what can we do now is, let's also move this a little bit further. Did we set it up correctly for this guy? So I wanted to get some collisions on here, and we can put the collisions here, Vellum, and we'll have to scale this guy up and move him forward. Yeah, I didn't really think when we did the drawing for this. Let's redo it, and let's not transform it. So we'll start again from the beginning. We'll turn off the points. And let me see if we should do a just moving the arms a little bit. Are we going to be able to do it with just a soft transform? I don't know if we will. I don't really want to rig it right now if I don't need to. So if we were to do it didn't grab our points. There it is. Whoa. Obviously not that much. Let's make sure we have a pivot change. I've never done this like this, but I'm just trying to do, oh, let's take out the snapping. We'll see if it's gonna work. Ooh, probably not. All right. This is not gonna work this way. This is probably doing it not a very good way. So let me open up another. I have another test model that does have the rig, so I'm gonna open it up in another version, another file actually. Okay, let's go to our one of the master files we have for Mardini. And it was, I believe it was this crystal one. And we had, where did we have that model? Was it in here? Disintegrate. Okay, let's grab all this stuff here, or actually just this part here. Let's paste this in. And we'll add a new rig pose. Turn off this guy. And then now we can just move it up. Hopefully it will work. Right now it's calculating all this stuff. At least it'll be better than the other way. Yeah, so it looks okay. All right, so we'll do that. And we'll keyframe these. And then the moment we simulate, we can just bring them back down. All right. So that's what I'm thinking with this. And then I'm going to use this, this frame here to draw out the new curves. Okay, and we'll go to the front view. And I think, let me use instead, let's reset this again. And okay, we have Bezier, so okay, this will work. Shoot, what happened here? Not Bezier curve, let's do, yeah, Bezier curves, that's the one I needed. Let's reset again. Not sure what happened there. There it is. And how do we break the tangents? Let's do it again. Let's go one more time. It's like the moment I drag it, it puts another point that I don't want. So like click and drag. So I just gotta click and let go and then move it like this. And then how do we break this tangent? Let's see. What does this say on this side? Insert, finish point, drag point line, draw curve. So if I press G, okay. You know what? I'm gonna do it the way that I'm used to doing things. I don't know what's up with that. Let's do a polygon instead. I'll just do 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here. That's it. And call it a day. Let's do it like that. And then what we can do, let's try the just a bevel. Poly bevel. Do I need to put it in a group? Probably. Let's just put it in a group at 1 point. Switch it to points. Let's try. I guess something like that maybe. And then we did our remesh. We can add a little bit more. Not this one, the target size. And then we grouped it as front. Let's grab the points from the front now. And we're just gonna grab the open areas. So it would be, sorry, the areas that we need to stitch. Leave the open areas unselected. So I selected the outside there. Got the points on the top. And the final side. I think that's it. Let's press enter. So now we have that group, and then if we go into Vellum, let's see what happened here. Oh, okay, our shirt is in the wrong position. We'll move it back here, and then this one, we'll move it forward. Get it a little bit closer so it doesn't have to try so hard to stitch. And we'll remove this transform from here. We don't need that no more. And now we have that there. And then the last one here is the collision. So we'll actually grab our stuff here, and I'm gonna shift the points just a bit. I wanted to start moving the hands, the arms, a little later. So that's what I just did there. And let's play. And it looks like it's not updating. So it would be in the solver. I'm wondering if we have to do something else here. Maybe just the regular vellum drapes is not enough. I think the vellum drapes is just going to be for putting it together, like stitching it. Let's do a vellum solver. I'm guessing that's what the issue is. Let's reverse and then put under simulation. Okay, let's leave everything like that. Let's test it. Let's hope it works. Whoop. So probably not. Let's remove this. I just want to see if it's bypassing. So it's bypassing the stitching. Let's go back. So we're doing this, okay, and then our guy is moving. Oh, I see. There's one keyframe here that didn't get shifted. I believe that's why it's doing one arm only. Yeah, so let's see. Let's move all of them now. That's really odd. So now it's not moving. Let's turn this off, turn it on. I see. It's this one and this one. So let's move this one here. And then this one here. Okay. Save. And let's check it out again. I'm wondering if I have to save this as a geometry. I'm assuming it was supposed to work this way. And then video that I'm looking at says to do a Vellum post process. Then it's like a Poly Doctor. I've actually never used that before. And I guess that's to repair different things. Then they do a vellum cloth. Then pretty much, what do they do here? So vellum solver. And then they connect this to this one. So it has to be like a collision. So that's stitched, and then let's take a look at this. Oh. Let's check out here. Do we need constraints here? Let's see. Nope. So the output here of the Vellum solver is collision geometry. And the thing is that we still need to also collide with the geometry. See, the geometry is the collision should be the blue, which is correct here. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be stitching this stuff here. So my guess is, and I might have to move things up a little bit because these traps are too big. Yeah, I'll mess with that later, possibly. So vellum drape connects it perfect. That's what we needed. But then when we use the vellum solver, everything kind of messes up. So maybe we gotta save to disk this one. Or let's actually, yeah, play it and then save to disk. Load from disk. Yeah, so why? Right. There it is. Okay, so we got our shirt going. All right, let's fix the traps stuff. Let's rewind and just move our curve here a little higher. That shouldn't mess up anything. Let's just go back to the drapes and not load from disk. So what happened there? Did our points get messed up because of the remesh? Probably. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So let's go back to this. Not this one, front group. Yeah, you see all of our points got messed up the moment we move this because we have a remesh, and the moment we remesh that area, that's what kind of happens. So let's go back to the front view here. And let's do we have like a way of selecting it that's just like polygon? All right, let's just do it manually with the lasso. Okay, I put the wrong. Okay, so we selected those there. Those there. Okay, so we got it back. We go back to the drape, rewind. Now let's check our view from the side. Looks like everything is back in order. Let's do that. Perfect. I'm not sure why it's not fully stitching. Just needed to wait a little bit more, I guess. Okay. And then we'll save this. Save to disk, load from disk. Rewind back. Everything's set. Go to the last Vellum. Play it. Yeah, this guy has massive traps and it's messing up the shirt there. We could do a Vellum post process. And we can do subdivisions. I don't know, maybe we just do that and we'll do a soft transform to move those pieces up. I don't know. I guess that could be the shirt. And then if we wanted to, we can go back to our just regular setup we did, or that I showed you. And then we can do a time shift. Delete the frame. That way it keeps it frozen in that state. And I'll just add a switch here. And put the time shift. And then let's do 1. So now we're on this phase here. And we can mess around with the mops fall off. Now it's completely out of place. So let's take a look. And we want to pin the top part. So I'm going to do this. The top is going to be the blue area. That's the part that's going to be non-moving. We'll see how it's going to work out. And we have some noise here. We can move the noise just a bit. Something like that. And let's turn off the mops 2 and let's take a look at this. All right, so here is obviously a lot of issues. The amplitude's extremely high. Let's turn off the lines too so we could see where it's I'm not sure if it's gonna work with this. Let's see, let's play it back. Turn it off for a second. It's probably not even worth using the mountain for this. Let's go to the first sine wave. And our frequency intensity, or our intensity is really high. And something I might want to do, because the sine waves are working in this direction, we'll change the direction. I'm not even sure if it's gonna work properly, but we're gonna try it out. Let's do the sine wave 2. That one is using mops the mask too. So let's turn on that one, and let's make sure that let's delete it, and let's steal the setup we did for the first one, so we have everything kind of working. And then we can do this a little lower, and we'll put mops 2. Now you can see it's stretching out. Let's switch it again to Y axis, and the intensity is way too high. We could even try, what if we try Z? No. So here you're gonna see, you see that that's what we're doing there, and then we can just lower it. It's probably too much here. It might be too much, these sine wave stuff. It's just a different way that you can do cloth. Like non-simulated, like after, you know, like you have your shape. And these other ones were for another setup that I had. We're probably not gonna need the band or anything like that. So now we can go inside here, connect our shirt, and we have a bunch of pieces selected. We're subdividing them. Let's go into so we can see the lines. So that's what it's doing, is selecting different primitives, and then we're subdividing those. And then we're doing like this extrude kind of thing. This could be like a, I don't know, futuristic t-shirt maybe. And then here is where all the magic happens. So now we should be getting this deforming as well. So maybe we just kind of do something like that. Then we did an attribute randomize on the primitives. We added normals. And let's turn this off. And then that's kind of the final output of this. And that's just using that same setup we had earlier. So I think I'm going to use this for the final image. We're just going to go out in Solaris and then set up the shader for it, or just assign it, the one I had before, and then kind of pick some angle and lighting, and pretty much finished with this. So one thing we can probably do is duplicate this guy here, and then let's copy. Let's do a 0. This is what I had before. So now we have this little t-shirt here. And let's actually go inside and do a match size. So everything is in the middle. So now we can kind of position it much better. Let me get out of this angle. See what this looks like. Let's go to the assign and let's add that t-shirt. We name it cloth 1. So what we can do, let's just remove the thing here and just put a star. Not sure what's happening here. Let me save this and let's wait again for it. It seems to be because I changed the name, it like wants to reprocess everything again. I probably should have frozen one of the pieces there. So there it is. And let's go back to our camera view. And then now let's render this. So yeah, originally I had this set up because I thought the theme was cloth, but it's clothing. So I'm trying to save this render at least by just adding a t-shirt in the middle and calling that clothing now. So yeah, I learned a few things. That hadn't stitched a t-shirt like that before. It's amazing, like just by what looking at one tutorial does for your learning journey. Maybe it could be something like that. Let's see where that light is. Okay, I don't want it like that. All right. And holding control pushes it back. And then control and shift does the intensity. Okay, control, let's bring it forward. What if we turn it into a disc? Make it just a little bit bigger. All right, and let's see what else we can do. Let's move it just a little bit. It looks all right. It's obvious that I have a disc there because of the volume. The Karma Fog volume is picking up that intensity, and it's kind of, you can see that shape. You can see the sphere there. So I'm not gonna put it there. Let's jump out of the camera and let's move it to the front, in front of the shirt. Maybe to the angle, to an angle slightly. Let's go back into the view and do a render. Let's turn these off for now. Something like this, maybe. I don't know. It looks okay. It's kind of whatever. Let's remove the entire point deform stuff and the randomize attributes. Let's actually put a switch here. And we'll turn off the previews for that. So now it's just a regular shirt. It'll read better. And then let's go to the camera view. Turn these guys back on. Let's go back inside. Let's see if we can do a little bit of a simulation here. So let's go in. I'm just trying to think what else we can do. Because we're using the collision for the guy here. Maybe we don't do that and we just kind of, because he's so thick from the side, we can just squeeze the shirt with a transform. Transform here. And what if we were to do that in the top? So then after all the deforms, maybe we see something interesting. This piece here. Let's move this back up because that's where we had the fall offs. And let's go back here. Whoa. All right. I don't know. Something like that, maybe. Oh wait, I don't want the I don't want the color from mops to pass over, so I'm just gonna turn it off here. All right, we can go back now. That's a little bit better. What if we throw a light inside of it? Or you know what? Instead of throwing a light, we're gonna duplicate our shader. So I have a fall off in there, or a Fresnel. And then we can apply more intensity into that part of the material. Let's add a multiply on here to increase those edges. And let's also bring down the transmission. Let's see if we add a shirt. Sorry, not thinking straight. A area light that will be a sphere. I don't know what I was thinking there. All right, sphere. And let's turn off the render for a second. Let's save it. Okay, and then let's move this over here. It looks kind of funny from the side. Make sure that that's in there. Let's turn this off. And so I changed it. I didn't put the sphere. I'm gonna do just a rectangle. Let's do a 180 like this. It's not looking good. Let's go into the cloth real quick and let's add some fall offs, and then we're just gonna use those fall offs to do like further emission, and maybe we do it like in the rim areas where the open areas are in the shirt. Let me close this one. Okay, and something happened here. This is hanging in there. Hopefully we don't get a crash here. Because it's not letting me, it's not giving me any prompts here in the bottom. Okay, not sure what that was about. All right, so let's go here. Let's freeze this first of all, and then we'll go and do a mops fall off, or trying to think, should I just paint it in? I probably should just paint it in. So we can do a paint attribute paint. Something like this, something simple. And then the top part. All right, and then we named this mask. So we'll do an attribute blur. And we're gonna delete position, and we'll add the mask. And so if we do middle mouse click and look for mask, we can now see the blurring. Now we have this blur here. And we'll do an attribute. Trying to think, is the mask actually gonna come in black and white? Let's try it. Let's go into the shaders. So let's save this. Let's go into the shader here. our shirt. And then we'll go to geometry property value. We'll type in mask. And I believe we have to put the signature to color. And we'll add another multiply just to see. And then this will go here. Let's render it. See what we get. Let's just go straight into emission. So it seems like we're not getting what I was thinking here. Mask. Let's go to float. Okay, so we had to leave it in float. Now we could lower it, or actually let's go to multiply, lower the multiplier. And now we can do I guess an add or another multiply. Let's try an add first. Okay, I mean, add kind of works. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, and it looks like it's working just fine. It's kind of like a ghosted effect there. Let's see if we add again some more transmission. And let's make the shirt a little bit bigger so it's more prominent in the frame. If we do a 180, how would that look? The side looks pretty ugly. Yeah, I think we were working with the good side. So yeah, I think this is the final image. Yeah, it was a decent save from just having this background because I thought it was going to be cloth. So this is pretty much it. I'm going to wait for the render to finish and then we'll finish off the render in the CopNet. It's like at 16% over here in the top. 20. Maybe we could leave it like this for now. Wonder what tomorrow's is. I think tomorrow's is... What is it? Let me go into the website. I'm gonna have to zoom out here. And then Mardini. Fonts. Okay. Tomorrow we can do fonts. All right, the render is halfway. I put a lot of samples on it, path tree samples. It's 512 right now, which is a bit overkill, but because I'm just doing a one still image, I don't mind waiting a little bit for it. We're at 61% now. I'm pretty happy that I got the t-shirt to work. Now I know the workflow for it using Vellum. It's like when you don't know how it's set up to begin with, you can be like super confused, but once you figure out that setup, it's pretty easy to start doing other stuff with it. All right, it's at 92%, 93. We should be almost finished. Then we could bring that into the CopNet and just do those few little tweaks that we already did. We're just gonna upload everything. And let's go in here. So this is our old one. Let's go into composite view. So this was our old one, because today I thought it was gonna be, again, I thought it was gonna be cloth. It's clothing. So we'll do a reload. And now we have the new stuff in there. We're gonna have to lower the glow quite a bit. So if we take a look, it's from that to something like this. And let's do the wrap to finish our image. And we'll do PNG because we don't need anything else but that. $os.png, and $os will just get the name that we put in here, the node name, and we save it, and that's pretty much it. So let's go in there and take a look. I think I was correct here, comp. Once it opens, I just want to show you the final. And this is it. I hope you guys liked it. There was a little bit of trouble earlier with Vellum, but we got it solved. And hopefully you guys can do something for the next Mardini. We're still pretty much halfway in the month. and there's still a lot more that we can do. So tomorrow is going to be font, and that will be interesting because that's more along the stuff that I do with motion design. So we'll see what we can build with that. And yeah, thank you guys for sticking in and watching the stream, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, have a good night.